All right, so Flash is officially back. I made a video a while ago when he returned to the ladder because that was kind of a big day. But now he's actually come back completely. He's made a video about it. We're going to go through some of the video here. Jin has translated. He did say that we could watch it on stream and kind of react to it and everything. Go check out Jin. It's Jin5000 on YouTube. He makes some of the absolute best translations of what's going on in the Korean scene. A great guy. Definitely deserves lots of followers and everything. Anyways, let's just take a quick look at this video. And we'll talk about what Flash's plans are, what he's doing now.
안녕하세요, 이영우입니다. 먼저 이 영상을 찍기에 앞서 제 잘못으로 인해서 저를 좋아해 주셨던 팬분들께
So he's saying it's an apology video.
말씀을 드리고자 이 영상을 찍게 되었습니다.
So obviously it was a long break. Just to put this into perspective, I believe his last stream before this right here came onto the internet was in 2021, right? So it was about 3 years and a few months since his last stream before he joined the military. So he went in the military. Military wasn't quite 2 years, and then he just didn't come back. He played some ladder multiple occasions, but didn't actually come back full time. Didn't say anything really publicly either, or very, very little publicly, but not on stream.
좀 이유가 있었는데 원래는 소집 해제 후에 바로 빠른 복귀를 하고 좀 사과를 드리려고 했는데 제가 글로만 사과를 드려서.
So you gave an apology on text.
아버지가 교통사고가 너무 크게 나셔가지고.
Unfortunately, his father had an accident.
할 수가 없는 상황이어가지고 뭐를 그랬었고요. 그리고 또 좀.
And he had also gotten scammed. Now, for people that are like really missing the boat on what's going on with Flash, so basically, you know, obviously the greatest StarCraft player of all time, definitely has made a good amount of money in his life. But basically, right as he was going to the military, he was talking about a certain new cryptocurrency. A lot of people called it a pump and dump type scam, and he kind of went radio silent at that time. Multiple people were involved. Bisu was lightly involved and actually came back and kind of ate shit and said sorry to everyone, and now he's completely beloved again. It felt like at that time, it seemed like Flash was heavily involved. There is a video on Sayan's page that has like a lot of information, goes really in depth, that Jinjin helped him with on that topic specifically. So if you're really interested in that bit of drama about what happened there, I will link that below. But now he's actually kind of going into some of the other stuff that happened then.
그냥 단순한 생각이었던 것 같아요. 공연을 가는데 뭐 이런 사업을 하려고 한다. 근데 제가 듣기로는 너무 유명한 기업들 얘기를 해서 뭐 맥도날드나 뭐 스타벅스나 이런 데로 다 들어간다. 그런 데서 결제할 수 있다. 이런 얘기를 단순히 이렇게만
this crypto that he was going to invest in was going to be able to be paid at McDonald's, Starbucks and stuff people told him.
싶어서 투자를 했는데 그냥 진짜 막연했던 것 같아요. 그 공익하는 기간 동안 그냥 돈을 넣으면 사실 몇 년 넣으면 뭐 이게 돈이 좀 되겠지? 그냥 돈 벌 생각부터 한 것 같아요. 그래서 어쨌든 이 부분은 제가 무지해서 생긴 일이고.
So here he's just kind of like actually taking some responsibility, right? Something Terran players are well known for. This happened because he was ignorant and it is his own fault. And he says this multiple times.
당연히 제 잘못이고 그래서 다시 한번 죄송하다는 말씀 하고 싶어요.
I'm Pierre Polyev.
Are you fucking kidding me? I swear to God. Canadian politics video. Mom told me there was controversy. So basically when this was happening, he mentioned something about like his mom was investing, not him, something along those lines. And again, I think that's gone over pretty well in the Saiyan video. And it says, see, people are upset because he said it wasn't him, but his mom, is what he said.
근데 그때 이제 상황 자체가 훈련소에
He
있다
invested
보니까
through his mother.
통해서 다시 투자를 한 건데 그때 이렇게 얘기를 했어야
I should
되는데
put
좀
that back then. but I had cowardly blamed my mom instead. Okay, so there's a couple things here that I do want to note. First off, I commend him for saying like he cowardly blamed his mother. People do that type of thing sometimes, where they, you know, you'll just like say something that's completely not true, like, oh no, this person did or whatever. One thing also to mention is that culturally in Korea, a lot of times the money of the children does get managed by the parents. So it's not, it doesn't, it sounds worse, I feel like, over here, but maybe because of the amount of respect you're supposed to show your elders in Korea, they would find it worse. But like, as someone who lived over there for like 14 years and got to know the culture pretty well, like there's a lot of circumstances where the children work and until they get married, their parents will actually manage their money and invest their money for them. That's actually a pretty common thing in Korea, just to make this clear for people. So this isn't, even though like he's saying, okay, I cowardly blame my mother here, it's not as crazy as it sounds to have his mother doing investments for him.
비겁하게 좀 어머니 핑계를 댄 것 같아요. 예, 그래서 제 잘못이라고 당연히 생각하고 다시 생각을 해도 왜 그랬지 하면서 너무 후회스러운 그런 것 같아요. 예.
This part I don't really get that
지금도
much.
왜
He lied
그렇게
about
올라가는지 좀
200 million, but it was
의문스럽긴
300
한데
million.
그냥 그때 당시에는 이제 2억이라고 제가 얘기를 했는데 2억이 맞고요. 계약서에도 2억으로 돼 있고 오해가 너무 그 부분에 대해서는 있었던 건 사실이고 거기서 이제 그걸 거짓말이라고 생각하시다 보니까 그냥 좀 더 안 좋게 보시고 더 뭐 브로커다 뭐 이런 얘기도 많았던 것 같은데 그래서 제 돈 1억, 어머니 돈 1억 이렇게 해서 제 이름으로 투자를 했고요, 정확히. 그거는 이제 계약서에서 확인해 보시면 될 것
So yeah,
같습니다.
it was all invested under his name. Okay, he shows some of the contracts. That is exactly what contracts look like in Korea every year for Freaka TV. That's what my contract looked like with the stamps on the side and you sign the
추가로
side.
브로커라는
And
말이 있는데 저는 그와 관련해서 어떠한 수수료나 이득을 취하려고 한 적이 절대 없습니다.
this is where it actually starts to get very interesting here. Okay, so if you were about to turn it off, do not do so. How much did you make from this investment? Right. So, oh, and just to be clear, okay, so 200 million won is a little less than 200,000. It depends on the exact exchange rate. So like USD, 200 million won is probably like 170,000 USD, but that it matters on exchange rate. Like when I lived there a couple of years ago, that was probably right around what it was. I actually see some people in the chat saying it 200 million is 145k USD. Someone's saying, okay, yeah, so just looked it up. So yeah, the Korean won has fallen a little bit. The dollar seems pretty strong right now. But anyways, it's, you can kind of think of it like that. That's how we thought about it while we were in Korea, because it did fluctuate. Like it used to be like 1,200 won to $1 when I first moved there. And looks like it's a little bit less than that right now. But so basically he invested here like over 200,000 USD. There were no returns from this investment.
전혀 없고요.
Now you can see that Jinjin
오히려
has misspelled this.
2억을 이제 투자를 제가 했었는데 엄마 돈 1억, 제 돈 1억. 근데 이제 그 돈을 사건이 터졌을 때 좀 투자금을 빼고 싶었어요.
All right, so right when the incident occurred, that's when it started to blow up and people were like, oh, this is like maybe like a pump and dump or something like that. They asked him to lend money when he asked for the removal.
돈을 이제 뭐 예를 들어 3천
If you lend us
빌려주면
30 million won, right? So 30 million won would be like, let's see if it's like 75. So yeah, I mean, 30 million won is like $22,000 or something like that. $23,000, something like that. See, so they're like, okay, you give us, you know, $22,000 and then we'll give you 145,000 back in 3 or 4 days. Well, I mean, that sounds sketch.
금방 뭐 3일 뒤에, 4일 뒤에 그러다 보면 이제 심리상 그 돈을 이제 제가 2억을 받을 수 있으니까
So he lent that money.
빌려주고 근데 그 돈이 이제 계속 그런 식으로 돈을 계속 빌려가지고
They kept borrowing
진짜 어느
money.
순간 보니까 뭐 3억,
Look
4억,
at this.
진짜 5억까지 진짜 어느
That's almost $500,000. Okay.
순간 가 있더라고요. 이제 돈도 진짜 없고 못 빌려준다라고 했는데 조금
He
이제
had
그때부터
no more
공격적으로
money.
톤이 변했어요. 그래서 조금 이제 그럼 나 진짜 못 준다라는 식으로 이제 조금 나와가지고 제가 10년
So
동안
when he
줬던
said he
그런 거 이
couldn't, they
게이머
can't
때부터
return the money, it's like, oh my God. The disbanded savings I had kept for 10 years since I was a pro gamer and let a little bit out of that. Wow.
그것도 해지해서 조금씩 빌려줬던 것 같아요. 근데 또 이제 빌려오다 보니까 뭐 3천, 4천, 뭐 2천, 뭐 1,000 이런 식으로 계속 빌려주고 그리고 중간에는 이제 또 갚기도 했어요. 조금씩. 그럼
They
그 조금
started giving him
주고
money back.
다시 또
Okay.
빌려가요. 근데 이러다 보니까 계속 이 금액이 10억까지
1 billion won. 1 billion won. Okay, I'm going to check that right now. I just want to get exactly what this is. That is $730,000. 700 he put $730,000 towards this. Okay?
쌓였고 진짜 그냥 저도 이제 벼랑 끝이라는 생각으로
So he wanted to sue.
고소해야겠다. 이거는 도저히 안 되겠다. 해서 고소하려고 할 때 물어봤어요. 그러니까 그 돈이 이제 사실은 다른 BJ들한테
The
먼저
money went to
갔고
other streamers when he
왜
threatened to
나는
sue,
안
they said.
줬냐라고 했을 때 저는 이제 공익을 하고 있다 보니까 방송도 못 하는 거 알고 있었고 다른 사람들이 방송을 키면
So he was in public service, so he can't stream. So here's just to clarify for people: public service is they used to just call it military duty. You go right and you do some sort of public service. You could be a police officer. You could actually teach at a school for disabled children. You could be literally in the military. You could have any sort of military job in there. You could literally work in the subway system. Like they'll put you in some sort of government job based on who you are and what you're capable of, right? And during that time, you're not allowed to make any money, okay? This is the thing about the Korean conscription service. You're not allowed to make money. So during that time, like Flash could play as much StarCraft as he has free time for if he has a PC available and everything, but he literally can't make $1. So he can't enter a tournament. He can't turn on a stream. He can't upload YouTube videos, right? He can't do any of that shit. So what they're saying here is basically like, well, you're in the military, so you can't go and use your gigantic platform to say what we're doing. So we're giving the money back to people who can do that. That's my take
그 사람이
on
이제
what that's
투자 받는
being
거에도
said,
문제가 생기고
at
그러잖아요.
least.
그래서 그랬다고 하더라고요. 그때 이제 너무 뭔가 그냥 멘탈이 너무 많이 무너져가지고 좀 진작에 방송도 하면서 좀 진작에 죄송하다고 말씀도 영상으로 드리고 글이 아닌 그렇게 했어야 되는데 너무 그냥 무너진 상태에서 몇 년을 살았던 것 같고요. 그래서 그 사람이 AI로 무슨 방송 킨 적이 있는데 L군의 돈으로 뭐 어쩌고저쩌고 돈을 줬다 BJ들한테 그게 이제 L군이 저고요. 근데 저는 이제 지금도 그 돈
Wow. Okay, so let me just jump back there. That person had streamed afterwards with AI. I'm not sure what that means. And he said he returned the streamer's money with L's money. Lee Young Ho. That was him, right? So a lot of people who did get their money back, it was out of that 730,000 USD that Flash put in.
어쩌고 돈을
According to
줬다
what he's saying
BJ들한테
here.
그게 이제 L군이 저고요. 근데 저는 이제 지금도 그 돈을 못 받았고 그냥 이미 포기한 상황이에요. 그 돈은 받을 수 없다고 생각을 해서 그래서 그렇게 이제 끌려다니느라 사과 방송도 진작에 할 수 있었는데 좀 그냥 멘탈이 아예 나가 있는 상태에서 몇 년을 보낸 것 같아요.
Fucking awful. YouTube, your ads are terrible.
사실 아직 많이 부족한 상황이고요.
Okay, so here he's switching topics, right? So he talked about that. So this whole thing where it's like, oh, Flash scammed everyone, made a bunch of money. According to Flash, a lot of his money went to pay back other people, and he ended up losing $750,000. Pretty crazy.
일단은 옛날에도 제가 좀 복귀해서 좀
So he's talking about
다른 BJ들한테
his StarCraft
많이
skill now.
지면서 배웠기 때문에
He's saying he's not that good.
하면서
He's been losing a lot.
지면서 배워야 될 것 같고 제가
So yeah, I want to mention something because I did make a video right when people figured out that Flash was back on the ladder. When Flash was back on the ladder, he immediately started beating a lot of the best players in the world, but his win rate wasn't great. Very recently, like 2 weeks ago, maybe, Flash went to #1 on the ladder. Back when he first came back, he was ranked like top 10 on the ladder. And then he got up to first place just recently now. Okay. And his win rate is going way up and everything. And he's influencing the metagame quite a bit right now, just with his ladder play with no streaming.
향후 계획 같은 거는 그런 거 딱히 정해놓진 않았고, 근데 뭐 대학 뭐 이런 것도 너무 하는 것도 너무 부러웠고요.
So he's saying he's envious of stuff like SC Uni. That's the university stuff that they've been doing, where they teach and they have little teams and they do little competitions and stuff. That's been very popular in the Korean scene. I don't think that the English speaking scene watches that too much, but it's very, very popular in Korea currently.
뭔가 재밌어 보였고 안 해본 거니까. 그리고 일단 게임 방송하는 사람들이 너무 부러웠어요. 스타크래프트 방송하는 사람들 너무 부러웠고, 제가 제일 잘하는 거를 몇 년 동안 못 해가지고 그게 좀 너무 안타까웠어요. 그러니까 너무 후회도 진짜 많이 했던 게 좀 제일 잘하는 건데 이거를 몇 년 동안 못 하다 보니까 좀 많이 깨달았던 것 같아요. 내가 진짜 뭐 좋아하고 잘하는 게 스타인데.
No shit.
뭘 부경을 누리겠다고 뭐 이런 어리석은 판단을 한 거지.
Here, I think I like how they made this part of the video. You're actually like, oh shit, this is the guy that won all those Star Leagues, and here he is crying, winning. He's like, why did I fucking do this to myself?
진짜 이런 생각을 진짜 너무 많이 하고 반성을 더 많이 하게 된 것 같고, 앞으로는 그냥 항상 겸손한 자세로 뭔가 제가 잘하는 거 그냥 좀 즐겁게 하고 싶어요. 뭐 얼마나 열심히 해서 옛날처럼 잘할 수 있을지 모르겠지만 팬분들한테 한 번은 더 제가 진짜 잘하는 모습
He
보여드리고.
wants to show his fans playing well at least one more time. That should give you some chills right there. Because of course he is by far the greatest player of all time across all games.
드리고 싶어서 정말 열심히 해보고 싶어요. 이게 진작에 이렇게 영상으로 사과드렸어야 되는데 이렇게 늦게 사과드리는데 너무 죄송하고, 정말 제 어리석은 판단으로 저를 믿어주시고 좋아해 주셨던 팬분들께 실망감 안겨줘서 너무 죄송하고, 이거를 조금이라도 어떻게 좀 만회하려면 그냥 좋은 게임 보여드리는 것밖에 없다고 생각이 들어요. 그래서 정말 열심히 앞으로 그냥 겸손한 자세로 연습 열심히 해서 좋은 게임 보여드릴 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
He'll
다시 한번
practice hard and
죄송합니다.
show great games because he feels that this is how he can make it up to people. So this was a pre-recorded video. He turned his stream on and played this video. Okay? So watch this. This is actually from the stream. So here he is. This is him actually streaming after that video has played.
예, 안녕하세요. 제가 영상을 준비한 이유는 제가 4년 만에 방송을 켜가지고 잘
4 years since he streamed. Jesus, it's been a long time.
죄송하다고 이렇게 말을 해야 되는데 말실수도 할 수 있을 거라서 영상으로 준비를 한 거고요. 내일부터는 이제 라이브로 해서 찾아뵙고 좀 이제 죄송한 마음으로 계속 사과드리고 그렇게 해서 방송 키도록 하겠습니다. 다시 한번 죄송합니다.
All right.
No one seems to know this.
No one cares either. So that was his apology stream video, right? So he played the video, said that. Okay. The next day, he got on and streamed. Now, I'm told that he had like 10K concurrence watching, and he did some things like blocked certain stuff in the chat so that it couldn't just be griefers in there or whatever. And he mostly just got on and grinded. Right? So you can see he streamed for a little over 5.5 hours. Hey, look at that. It's a new account versus a B rank, and it's Flash. LOL. That's fun. Anyways, he is back now. He is back now, and you can see he just played like a ton of games. There's none of this other streamer stuff that you see a lot, where they're sitting there watching like the girls stream or just watching a stream of someone watching a stream of someone watching a stream while laughing. Right? So it's like he actually is on there grinding. Yeah, so a couple of the other things that I've heard here. Big thanks to Jinjin, by the way, for translating that. And once again, check out Jinjin's YouTube channel, Jinjin5000 on YouTube. But apparently, what he is going to do is he's going to join a university team. He's going to become part of the scene for the streamers. And apparently, he is going to go for SSL next season. That's the big thing in my eyes, right? So he already said in this video, why are we looking at her fucking face? He already said in this video that he wants to show a really high level at least one more time. And he's going to go and he's going to try for SSL. And the thing is, he's already number one on the ladder. He's already influenced the metagame heavily. Like, everyone's watching his games. Anytime you go to Seawall, his accounts have been updated within 5 minutes. Everyone in the world is spamming update to see any games that he has. So, like, it's really exciting, especially if you look at where we're at currently in StarCraft with Sulky's pure domination. Like, we don't know if he's going to win this season. I'm recording this right now before the round of 4 is played. But yeah, like, I actually was kind of joking in the cast and saying, you know, we might need Flashback to stop Sulky. Guess who's coming back? It's Flash.